Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I greet you all according to your time you will be watching this video. So guys, I have a video here I would like we all to watch. But before then, if you're meeting my channel for the very first time, you're highly welcome. Please do well to like, share and subscribe. Leave your thought about this video and let us know what you think about this video. So guys, let's watch the video together and see you towards the end.
The other time, and I said that, look, I think that the APC government has the agenda, has the capacity or the potential to rig election.
Don't really talk this one, no. Now pass at the pass. I'm just here to gossip. Anyway, obedient. Una know na work already. Share me the word, they hear all the abomination, how they operate.
The other time, and I said that, look, I think that the APC government has the agenda, has the capacity or the potential to rig election. We didn't believe, we didn't take it seriously, etc. along, because I was trying to say that the governor of Akwa Ibom by that time came to the open to say, look, this is the agenda. But it's not a fait accompli. When a government, when a leader already has the intention to rig an election, then how can you be talking about doing what is right when the person who is supposed to do what is right already has a frame of mind that is crookedly corrupt? So this is the bottom line.
Of a clear understanding of these developments and some invaluable professional perspective, we now turn to Chief Robert Clark, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, a lawyer and elder statesman. Great to have you, sir, on This Day Live, the Sunday talk show.
Always my pleasure.
Well, Chief Clark, let me ask you, will you say that they just concluded National Assembly and presidential elections of February 25, in your own estimation, met the expectations of Nigerians? If not, why?
Well, to be very, very honest, it depends on which divide you are. Nigerian politics has sharp divisions, and whichever divide one is, one may be tempted, to tilt towards that. But speaking for myself, there is always a presumption in law, especially in the law of evidence, that during the operation of undertaking an election is deemed in law to be correct. It is a presumption that is rebuttable. Therefore, when it goes to the tribunal, there is this presumption that INEC has done the correct thing. I've always argued against this law, that it places a burden on a respondent in an election petition and places that respondent in a very difficult position to win any election matter. It is difficult to win any election matter in Nigeria. I've been involved in election matters for almost 35, 40 years, and it's difficult to win an election petition because of this presumption that INEC has done the correct thing. So if the law says INEC has performed as a public officer and there's a presumption that what it has done is correct, who am I if I don't see any other information that can change that notion? So as far as I'm concerned, INEC has done its best.
Well, there is yet another presumption, and this is in the public domain, which is that in an election matter of this nature, there is no way the court can do justice. That once you win an election at the presidential level, well, whoever wants to complain can go to the court. The pattern in Nigeria has shown that the court will uphold the outcome in any case. Do you share that view?
Dr. Bati, tell me how many election petitions have been won in Nigeria. Tell me. You remember 8 years ago, I was in your studio on this Atiku's case, and you asked me the question, if I were Atiku's lawyer, what will I advise? I told you, don't go to the Supreme Court because you will lose. The evidence available in the lower court is not sufficient enough for you to win. Therefore, all depends on the evidence before the court. If there is strong evidence, if there is a technical rule that to be accepted, well and good. But until the facts are before the domain of the public, one has to go by that principle of law that INEC has performed creditably. Now, in the public opinion, it depends also what facts are within the knowledge of each political party. I am not a politician. I was not on the field. So I'm not aware of many of the allegations being made by the political parties. But when such allegations are brought before public domain, then I'll be in a better position to see and be able to, judge on those facts. But as of now, I am limited. And the presumptive fact that INEC has done correctly.
Well, there's been a lot of controversy over the correct interpretation of Section 134, sub 2, with regard to the qualification, for someone to become president. And the major issue is whether a quota in 2/3 of the states will include the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Some senior advocates of Nigeria have said, oh, it includes Abuja. The most recent intervention being that of former Attorney General of the Federation, Anduaka, who said that in the Muhammadu Buhari versus INEC 1988 case, that was the decision of the court. But it has also been pointed out that Anduaka was referring to Section 146 of the Constitution, not 134, and that its interpretation of the holding in that particular case is wrong. But should the phrase "and" should it be read conjunctively or disjunctively? This is the question, that is out there.
Well, fortunately, your first question was qualification. I don't need to say much about that because the courts in Nigeria for years have ruled on that. And it's clear, to everybody in Nigeria what constitutes minimum qualification to be, elected. The second question is the most serious question. In 1979, during the Shagari case, I was privileged to be a junior lawyer to late Fani Kayode. And the question of 12 2/3 came up. The same thing has come up this year, what many people have not realized. When 12 2/3 was the issue in 1979, as a committee to look into what constitutes 12 2/3 of 19. The late Akinjide, who was the legal advisor to NPN, called a meeting, and I followed Fani Kayode to that meeting. At that meeting, Akinjide told us, oh, gentlemen, I have got an answer to 12 2/3. So, Fani Kayode said, well, if you have already got an answer to 12 2/3, why did you call this meeting? So he said, Robert, I said, sir, pack the books. So we moved out from the meeting. But unfortunately, I had seen an answer to 12 2/3. I saw some Australian cases under taxation where the law says if there is a statute that provides you to do certain things or to do certain obligations, and such an obligation cannot be identified, then the court will not ask you to perform a higher burden, but a lower burden. If you ask a secondary school boy, what is 12 2/3 of 19, he will say no. If you ask him, is 13 2/3 of 19, he will say no. So neither 12 or 13 was 2/3 of 19. So when you get to the court will not ask you to perform a higher burden, which is 13, but will ask you to perform a lower burden, which is 12. It's a taxation matter. Now, today in Nigeria, Abuja has been added to the state. Yes.
Please go ahead, sir.
Look, I'm on air. Hello?
Please go ahead, sir.
Listen to me, Dr. Abaji.
I'm listening.
Look, today in Nigeria, we have agreed that Abuja is part of the states. And the law states any candidate must have 2 thirds, not only of 36 states now, but 37 states. What is 2 thirds of 37? Arithmetically, you cannot get it. So we are in the same position that we were in 1979. My observation is this. The Supreme Court has on different periods claimed that in accepting Abuja as part of the state of Nigeria, it must not be granted any undue privilege. Therefore, if that section of the provision says to come under the doctrine of 2 thirds, Abuja is part of the states. That does not mean in joining Abuja to the other 36 states, it should now enjoy a special privilege. Therefore, we now have 37 states. So my own view, my own considered view, is that Abuja is part of the 37 states, but sits on that 37 states as one of the states. It does not occupy any unique role more than being part of the 37 states. Therefore, when deciding whether a candidate thirds of 37 states, Abuja will count just as one state, but not with any special privileges attached to it.
Okay, if
So guys, thank you so much for watching. How would I see the video? Wait till I think about this video. Make a living a thought for the comment section. I will see you in my next one. From me to you all, I say bye for now.